Let's go. Money talk, ideas fly. Nick on deck, Jeremy buy. Big move, small talk. Tune in, we don't waste time. Investor share, let's go. Investor share, one more. Nick and Jeremy in the zone. Investor share, that's home.
Well, good morning, everybody. Hey, my name is Nick Beveridge. Welcome to the Investor Shed podcast. Sitting next to me is Jeremy Kitchen. How are you?
I'm doing so good. How are you, Nick?
Pretty fantastic. It's Friday. We haven't recorded a Friday episode in quite a while.
I was thinking that. We haven't done two in a week in like what feels like months.
Which is fine.
Yeah,
we're busy boys.
Yeah, we are busy boys.
At least we keep cranking them out every week for those 14 followers of ours.
I love cranking it out every week.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Welcome to Twitch, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was going to get rid of the autofocus thing. Not working. We're going to have to accept that.
Yep.
Jeremy, guess what? What? We're going to talk about AI today.
Okay.
AI specifically in real estate.
Are you telling me that we're going to talk about AI?
Oh, yeah. You guys are going to love this one. But hey, like last week, I said this one will change your life, and I hope it did.
Yeah.
Last week, we built live. Actually, it wasn't even a week ago. It was a few days ago, Monday. We built, while we were on our podcast, we showed you guys how to use a CLI agent, an agentic model. We were actually using Grok.
Mm-hmm.
Most people use Claude Code, which I used to.
Sure.
But we use Grok because it's a little bit faster. And it built a website for the InvestorShed.com.
Woo!
We had a new website.
It's actually
and
just
it was
InvestorShed.com.
Yeah, InvestorShed.com.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No, yeah.
We've got, and you guys can use it.
Mm-hmm.
It is pretty much just like Bigger Pockets, only it's here dedicated to the Northwest.
Yeah.
You can add your deals. You can have community discussions. You can play with our advanced calculators online.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
You can sign in easily with your Gmail account. So gosh, take advantage. Who wants to be the first member other than me?
It says there's 5 members on there. Did you see that?
They're fake.
Oh,
so what I had later that day, I needed to do more improvements. So but it built the whole entire site and put it live that morning in 14 minutes.
That's awesome.
So now, actually later that day, I had to just kind of clean things up. Then I brought in the big boys, Claude Code and Codex, to audit that crap out of Grok's work, and I had Grok go get them too.
Sure.
So Grok was still managing it, but it got spanked by Claude Code and Codex because it went through and audited the entire site for user experience, like the UI experience, for functionality.
Yeah.
Check for any bugs or flaws, which it found some in the calculators, just the way they function, not necessarily the math, but just the way the calculators functioned.
Right.
And made some good enhancement recommendations, and then they were able to figure it all out and make it better.
That's really cool.
And then by the end of the day, that entire website is built and done and online, and they even did simulations where they put deals up. They had community discussions between fake people.
Okay.
Just to make sure that everything was functioning correctly.
Sure. Okay.
Just so I didn't have to do it.
Sure.
Because I was about to go do it, and I'm like, they can do it.
Yeah.
So it seems like every day I just offload as much as I can to these CLI agents just to see what they can handle, and I'm just impressed.
You're
every
just
day.
constantly impressed. Yeah. When's the last time you've been unimpressed by AI?
Unimpressed. Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
So there's still plenty of that too, but it's more because I gave the wrong prompt, or I didn't give it something enough context, or give it a clear goal.
Yeah. I know. Like,
I guess the biggest unimpressed. It didn't make Grand Theft Auto 5 in a weekend.
That's really sorry to hear about that. But yeah, no, like I'll use my agents, of course, and like the GPTs. And sometimes I'm like, wow, that is so cool. And you did that so fast. And then sometimes I'll give the most clear prompt I can absolutely give, and it just spits out garbage. I'm like,
yeah,
what happened? That becomes my discussion. Like, what happened? Where did it get lost in translation? How can I make this better? Because that's not what I asked for.
That's not. It's not what you asked for at all. So I want to talk about today actual measurable results that I've been experiencing this last week from all my AI nonsense that I've been building with very little to show for. this last year. In general, I feel like since February is when we started talking pretty heavily, I believe.
Yeah.
February or March about OpenClaw. And we had an emergency podcast about like, dude, there's these agentic models that can do stuff for you now. All you have to do is go get a Mac Mini and not sleep anymore and and wire up bots. It turned out that a lot of that stuff was unnecessary. It's so much simpler than people think on how to get AI to do stuff for you. It does take a little bit of technical setup, but it's not nearly as much as how much I was complicating things. What sounds complicated is building all your own software from scratch. But what makes AI flourish and do really well is just bouncing around in the environment that it created.
Yeah.
And then you don't need to create bots. You just need to spawn bots to work in the environment that it created. So pretty much the only third-party tools that I'm using at this point, in general, there are exceptions, but I'm using my iPhone, a Gmail account, and that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Other than that, almost everything has been built natively that I work with now. So I work with my own custom dashboard that knows everything about my numbers. So all my businesses, all my real estate, all my projects. It's got access to what used to be QuickBooks is now NickBooks. So it knows all my bookkeep. It does my bookkeeping, or I assist in that, but it does a lot of it. It preps it for me to just hit click, click, click.
Yeah.
It's got my CRM, which is my customer database that it built from scratch. It built my website from scratch, which is having results. Never before have we gotten this much organic activity and has high ranked on Google. Organically by me just telling it that's what I wanted.
Right.
I want a website that's super slick, that actually brings in leads. So do whatever the SEO magic you need to
do that
and figure it out. And it did it. It took a lot of back and forth, but it was well worth it because like yesterday, Joe and I were on a listing appointment from a guy that found us on Google, which doesn't happen a whole lot.
Yeah, it is cool when it does happen, though.
Yeah, this was a multi-million-dollar listing opportunity. And he found us because we were the go-to agents for investor stuff in the region. And that's why that was the simple search that he did, and he found us. We're the top ones. Yeah. And apparently we've had multiple. I don't get the calls. Other people on my team do, but apparently we've had multiple calls this week.
Nice.
Of people reaching out to us for broker opportunities.
That's awesome.
And with that also comes a ton of spam.
Sure. Yeah.
So our spam has gone up, but we're accepting with that. We're easier to find by LLMs and stuff, which means we're easier to find by bots too.
Right.
But I also was able to build a spam blocker, a spam filter, where a lot of these leads we don't ever see.
Sure.
Because they're caught beforehand. And just kind of trashed.
What does that look like? Finding like trash leads that are spam. Like, what's the process for like finding and discerning which ones are good and which ones
because
are not?
the system has, it knows how these accounts were created on the website or whatever, and come in through leads. They're able to recognize, and I don't know exactly how, but they're able to recognize the difference between like what a human would be saying or doing, or how they would be touching buttons on our website versus what a bot would do.
Interesting.
So it's able to, with high confidence, kind of filter out a lot of the noise and just give us like, here's some potentially legit people.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't matter, but like, I want like, obviously, like if these bots are trying to act like people to get through, can people act like bots to get caught? Like, is there like some leeway where like maybe people, because it's trying to discern how you click on the website or whatever. Maybe it's just an old man who's trying to click on things and not very good at it. And it's just like, you're spam.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can still see everything that is likely spam. And then I can actually have so I actually did this a couple days ago. One came in and it was like pretty high confidence that it was spam, but not totally. Yeah. And so I said, instead of me reaching out to this person, I said, go ahead and text them. Yeah. Go ahead and text them, engage in conversation. And it went back and forth, and it's like, yeah, this is totally spam. So from my phone, it was engaging, and then eventually it was just quit. It quit because it was just like, this guy just wants to get you on a call to try to sell you something.
I'm not sure if you've seen it. Obviously, we're kind of talking about your website and traffic right now.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Blake's, his Penny Bees, the back end of his website?
No.
So I don't know how he has it set up, but this might be something really interesting to see how people are acting on your website. So when people view his website, it screen records. It screen records everything that's happening. So everywhere you're clicking, everywhere you're this. So like Blake can discern, oh, these people, a lot of people are clicking on lemon. A lot of people are like, this seems to be the hot thing people want.
Lemon, like the flavor?
Yeah, like the scent of the soap or whatever.
Okay.
Like you can see how they're like, okay, are they trying to find shop? Are they trying to go pay? Are they having trouble finding the payment option?
Okay.
Are they leaving? Like,
Yeah.
you can find if people are like, oh, just clicking here and like getting caught up here.
So is his a native site that he made with AI, or is it like
I think it's hosted somewhere, but I'm sure
Okay.
that these capabilities exist for something you're doing too. But
yeah.
it's cool data to have because he's like, oh, like people like go to my bestsellers and then they go to my sales. So like, it doesn't matter what it is. The first thing they look at is sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just a different way to like, once people are on sales, because that's where they're going to go, you hit them with more information, like get the bulk of what they need in there as well.
Yeah. Totally.
Just interesting ways to do stuff.
Yeah. So that's one example.
Mhm.
We've been getting actual leads that are going to result to potentially income.
Yeah.
Which is like 80% of real estate agents. That's what they're trying to focus on is
Sure.
how do we bring in leads?
Mhm.
These leads are free. I mean, they took a lot of time to figure out how to get them.
Mhm.
But who knows how long that train will last?
Right.
You might as well keep going at it. Here's another. There's multiple examples of this, but I want to point out my favorite example of what happened. Probably 3 days ago, I got an email from one of my partners on the development deal,
Mhm.
and he asked if one of the second lender on that deal that he knew that basically was foreclosing on the property when we bought it, and then he agreed to just not get his money for 2 more years and just let interest accrue.
Yeah.
The title company actually never kind of escrowed his account or anything because there was no money there
Mhm.
to escrow or no loan. It was just like a lien that we're going to owe him with interest.
Yeah.
But he asked our partner, this lender, hey, can you kind of give me an idea where I'm sitting at as far as like how much money am I at potentially right now and when this thing closes, about what my payoff would be? I just need to try to make arrangements for
Sure.
that. And so all I had to do, Josh asked me, the partner, he emailed me and said what this guy,
Mhm.
you mentioned the guy's first name, and that you wanted just real basic, like wanted to kind of see where he is. Can you generate anything?
Yeah.
Kind of show him a statement where he might be at now and what it might be when
Yeah.
we estimate to pay this thing off. All I had to do was just go look up to one of my agents and click on a new one.
Mhm.
And I clicked on my microphone and just said, can you take care of that email from Josh?
Yeah.
That's it.
Love it.
And what it did was it figured out who Josh was because it was a recent email from a guy named Josh.
Mhm.
And then it knew about Josh after it researched his email and knew me in the data. It knew him in the database and knew, oh, he's partnered on us on this deal.
Right.
Figured out who this guy was that you mentioned, a one namer. And it figured out, it went to my transactions one of my projects.
Mhm.
And it found the development deal, and it knew all about all the lenders that are owed money and all the partners. And it found that's the guy right there. And it did all the math and interest on what it was when we closed on the property, what the interest rate was,
Mhm.
and about where he should be at right now. And it created this amazing PDF
Cool.
breakdown of month by month, starting from here's the initial loan amount with 0,
Mhm.
and then the next month we owed him this, and the next month the balance was this, and the next month, because it was accruing interest.
Yeah.
It wasn't just what's the interest rate now. It's like every month the interest he's getting interest on his interest too.
Okay, so he's compounding.
So it's compounding interest.
Wow, that's a pretty good
So
deal.
he's making a pretty good, is more than just 12%. I
Yeah.
mean, he was making, because he wasn't getting any payments.
Right.
Those payments were accruing interest as well.
Cool.
But it broke down all the math month by month, and it showed where he is right now and estimates of about where he'll be when we estimate to close. And then if we close a month early or a month later,
Yeah,
here's
kinda.
about where your total amount would be.
How much is that total loan?
It was like 270 or something like that. And then I think we own,
270K?
yeah, and I think we've already paid 50 grand of interest or something on it.
Crazy.
But the cool thing was, all I said was, can you take care of that email from Josh?
Right.
In my voice, like it was an assistant sitting next to me.
Yeah.
And it did all that work in probably 3 or 4 minutes and said, check your drafts. And I went to my emails drafts in my Gmail and I pulled it up and I was able to click on the PDF that I was about to send and it just looked beautiful. It looked accurate.
Nice.
Saved me probably 45 minutes of time.
Yeah.
Easily by just turning and just asking one sentence, can you take care of that email? That's the amazing power that I've been dealing with this last couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm just blown away by like, that's all I had to say. So when you
there's no more prompting, you just do the thing.
And that's the amazing part of building this, everything that you do from scratch. Because if I were to try to stitch everything together, all the third-party things that I use, like here's QuickBooks where we're kind of keeping track of that, and a bot would need an API called access there,
Right.
and they would need to be like, okay, your OAuth for Google is broken, so you got to re-auth that because that happens with OpenClaw constantly,
Yeah.
and blah, 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 blah. I can imagine so many issues with trying to do it the old way.
Yeah.
The old agentic model way where you have this gateway open source bot that you have to communicate through Telegram
Yeah.
or something
Right.
to try to go accomplish something and it would just give back garbage. But this is just, that's one example of many, and we can stop there,
Sure.
of just how much actual time, real time,
Yeah.
I'm getting back finally. And I can just focus on doing the most important things. And that's it.
Right. What is your most important thing?
I don't even know anymore. Building more stuff.
You talked to me before the podcast about building more stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, is
That's the most
idea?
important thing because my work is getting done.
Right. Your work is done. I mean, there's
My
nothing
work is getting done and it's better
Yeah.
quality,
Yeah.
better quality work, and it's getting done faster. I feel like sometimes I spend maybe 20 minutes in the morning doing everything I need to do that day.
Yeah.
And where usually it would take 4 hours to get all
Sure.
my stuff done that day that I needed to do. And then I would go on appointments.
Right.
It seems like I can do almost everything in the first 20 minutes. And the first 15 minutes is me doing push-ups and getting coffee.
Right.
So it's actually 5 minutes of work.
true.
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but some days it feels like that. It's
Yeah.
like I have all this stuff I got to do and it's just done very quickly. And then it's like, okay, maybe I'll build some more stuff, create more issues, create more problems in the meantime, since I had the time.
Yeah. Well, it's good problems you're creating. I mean, it's not like
Yeah.
you're like, I was going to say, it's not like you're messing around trying to build like a Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah, that I had to drop. Yeah.
But that's okay. But you had the free time to work on it because of all your stuff's getting done, right?
Well, actually, I didn't. So I don't know if you remember that story. The free time I had was I wasn't going to be at that computer for a weekend, and I'm
Buying up in North Idaho, Nick will set the pace. Fixing flips, Reynolds, 2 best moves in the place. Call a text, Nick Beveridge, 208-964-0494. North Idaho hustle, stacking deals and more.
Friday evening before I left the office. I'm just like, I want to see if it can create a real, GTA-like game. And I gave it instructions to take the whole weekend to build something.
Yeah.
And what it built, and I actually just happened. I went to the gym the next morning, and I checked in on it 12 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
And what it built was like a Roblox game. It was just not exactly what I was asking for.
Right.
And I had to repeat, no, this is what I want.
Yeah.
And get the help of other agents. You've got until Monday. Just do it.
Yeah.
And then it built a better version of Roblox or whatever,
Crazy.
more realistic looking, walking around in my neighborhood.
Crazy.
But it was still just not, I could tell like I had to drop it right now or I was going to get down another rabbit hole of building a video game that was pointless.
Right.
So I said, abandon the project, delete everything that you worked on. And delete and uninstall any tools that you installed to create, the Unreal Engine and all that stuff that it built had to install to build these video games.
So you installed Unreal Engine on your computer and everything? And
it did.
Yeah, crazy.
I told it it had full permission to, as long as you're not going to ruin anything else on this computer, download anything you can to create this for free.
Crazy.
And just go to town. And it did, but it was just like, I need to stop. I can't go down that rabbit hole. That's
Yeah.
not going to be productive. I'm not going to be selling a video game one day.
Right. So, did you hear about the controversy that happened on last year's Game of the Awards?
No.
I just briefly heard about it in passing. I still dabble in video games every now and then. Don't have a lot of time to do it, but it's nice still. So a game called Claire Obscura 33 won Game of the Year. I've never played it. It won Game of the Year. It was like a gorgeous game. Everyone was really impressed with it. And then it found out that they've used AI assets in the game, and it got stripped of its Game of the Year title.
What? So it got assistance of creating some of the art with AI or something?
Yeah.
And that's a problem?
People didn't like it. It's like people put their hearts and souls into video games, and the problem with it is like AI is taking video gamers' jobs. You know what I mean? Like if this can do it, we don't need these jobs for these people to be here.
Okay.
And the industry is almost like a union, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like they are very anti against AI elements. These people used it, and apparently like it was just in a build of the game. It wasn't even in the final release. It was like patched out, and then they used their own assets over it. It was like a temporary. They built like a wall or something with AI, and it was an AI wall in a game.
Yeah,
and then it was accidentally left in there, and they patched it, and it's better since. But it got stripped of its Game of the Year title. Just crazy what happens with this stuff.
You know, the way I think about when I hear stories like that, because that's not the first time I've heard something like that. I'd like to think back about when the tractor was invented.
Yeah.
Because before the tractor, you would have 20, 50 guys with shovels.
Yep.
Getting paid very little to do all this work on a farm. And then this tractor comes along, and one guy operating it can get done what 20 to 50 people would do in a day with shovels. And there was so much protest. And one of the guys, I can't remember who it was or who said it, but said, "Oh, if you're worried about labor, why not get them spoons instead?
Yeah.
You can hire a lot more people." You know, that was one of the arguments, but it's just like, well, with tractor, you just get so much done, then all those people can get tractors and plow more. There's a lot of farming to be done out there. More people can eat.
Right.
So I don't know if that makes sense, but like, it was like the more tractors you have, because we have all this land, the more stuff can be built, the more for everybody, the more potatoes you're going to yield. Right. The more food you can generate, the less the world goes hungry.
Sure.
All because they were worried about scarcity.
Right. And I'm with you on
their
it.
particular job. But I know this is different. It's
doesn't
video game.
quite translate. Yeah.
Oh, I think it does translate. Well, because those video game engineers, they could just build whatever they want with the help of AI or not.
Right.
But I don't think it's up to them whether other people like it.
I agree. But what where the difference really comes in here is the farm is only so big. Does that make sense? Like if you have the whole farm being ran by computers, there's no people to run the farm.
What do you mean by that?
So basically, I mean, video games have a budget, right? They're not like an unlimited budget type of thing. And this has been something that's pretty common nowadays, actually, like video game industry layoffs because of AI, like, and that's fine. And that's where it's like, that becomes almost corporate greed versus sharing the pie.
Yeah, I think we have to get out of this employee mindset that this
country
country was founded on, because I think you're right, but I don't know if people, maybe I just think differently.
Right.
But this world is going to change rapidly, and people that are resistant to that, and people that just want to live under the radar as employees, they're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it.
Right.
Other than embrace it and try to fend for yourself, because it is so easy these days to fend for yourself instead of relying on some company to do it for you. Because a company's incentive is not to employ people.
Right.
A company's incentive and their main objective and mission is to make a profit for the owners.
Yeah.
Just like anybody starting a business. They don't, an electrician doesn't become an electrician because someday it wants to employ 20 people.
Right.
And the whole purpose is to employ people. The purpose is to make a living for that person so that they can live their life.
Right.
And that's what companies are. I mean, the whole purpose is just to generate income. And you can think that's corporate greed or whatever, but that's the whole point of it. It's like you're fighting logic. That's so, and the whole point of an employee to go join a company, for the most part, is to make money off that company.
Yeah, I agree with
Helping.
you, by the way.
So it's like, but if there aren't, there is still going to be demand for products and services. But the way we go about that now in 2026 and 2027 and 2030,
Yeah.
It's just going to be a rude awakening for people that are conditioned for other people to take care of them.
Sure.
You're going to, instead of have companies take care, the government's going to step in and take care of you.
Right.
Then at that point, if you completely are resistant to it, because there are safety nets in this country,
Right.
and the safety net is the government paycheck.
Right.
But I just don't think that's a good lifestyle for people when there's so much abundance out there. It is so,
I agree
it
with
has
you.
never been easier to start a business.
Right.
It has never been easier to be an entrepreneur.
Right.
The floodgates are just open for anybody to do it now.
Sure.
When it wasn't that way, it used to, like, starting any business a few years ago just cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
What I built for Sean yesterday was took 2.5 hours. We had a meeting where Sean wanted to finally have a website, just so that people can find him online and request bids.
Cool.
And what we built in 2.5 hours was not just the website, but a back end where he can log in and do all his a complete operating system work.
Yeah.
You know, create bids, create invoices,
Nice.
bill people, have a CRM, have people on, you know, any customers he ever deals with, they can be on a drip campaign where they're still getting his emails, you know, even if they unsubscribe right away. But like, just set up like a normal business where you have a complete expandable business. And what it cost him was $1.49 for the domain for the first year.
Sure.
And then it will be like $4 or $6 to renew annually. And then we paid $12 a month for a VPS so that I wouldn't have to manage it on my computer.
Okay.
And we set everything up to where this whole thing is being run on an online server somewhere.
Cool.
By this website. It's DigitalOcean.
Okay.
And we went with not the basic $6 a month plan, but a $12 a month plan, which gave him more gigs and RAM to like expand one day. And he'll just run. So the website and his operating system is hosted there where he doesn't have to go buy a computer.
Yeah.
And he can still run it with AI if he needed to just ask it questions like he would ChatGPT, and it can like kind of go through his whole business and help out.
Awesome.
That was built in 2.5 hours.
Nice.
And he's got a login. He can log in with his email and it's already online. It's a public website.
Right.
And I told him, when you finally set up your Gmail business account, because he hasn't done that yet, come back to me and then we'll work on SEO.
Yeah.
And like getting you reviews and stuff, and how to just automate that. Anytime you do a roof job, it will send somebody your invoice, but like, hey, if you give us a 5-star review first, we'll take $10 off or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, just bribe people as much as you can to get these reviews up.
I agree.
And then the system will start working after that. He'll get more organic leads.
That's awesome.
So that took 2.5 hours to set up. And most of it was us just sitting there talking, waiting for the things. I would give some prompts.
I'm still doing it. Yeah.
I would give some prompts, and then we're just kind of hanging out and eating chips and talking about what's going on. And then I'm just showing, okay, so it's done with this. Let's look at this. Do you want it to be the stark background or light or you know? So it's never been easier,
right,
to do something like that. To do something like that in the past would have cost somebody $10,000,
right, thousands of dollars for sure.
Easy.
Yeah,
probably way more. But that was done just like that. And it's going to cost him $12 a month to run his whole business on digitally. That's it. And he doesn't have to have a computer like me to worry about if the internet goes out or anything. It's still going to be up and running. Yeah.
How come you don't do the $12 a month plan?
I do as a backup.
Okay.
So it's $6 a month for me.
You just do the basic one.
I have my Mac Mini at my office that's hosting everything. Actually, and a Mac Mini for my house, and they sync up every 3 minutes. Yeah, automatically. Assuming that they both have internet.
Sure.
It's actually the website and the CRM and everything is being hosted from my house because the internet's a little faster most of the time. And then if the internet ever went out at my house, it jumps to my office, so you don't even notice if it went out.
Sure.
If it's out at my office and my house, then it goes and falls back on that $6 a month plan.
Nice.
So then at least the website and everything will be up if other people are trying to find, try to mess with our CRM.
Yeah.
or our website or anything.
Can I ask a logistical question that's probably stupid?
Yeah.
Internet goes out of your house, goes to your office. Internet goes out of your office, goes to this website. What happens when internet goes back on at your house or website? Does it revert back?
I think,
Or does it stay hosted over there?
yeah, it will default back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure how
It's a
that
good
all worked.
question.
Yeah.
I think it uses Resend or something, some other free account online where it knows where the internets are and throws
And the
throws
priorities you
everything
should have.
back. I don't really know how it works, but it said that it works.
You don't need to know how it works. You just need it to work.
Yeah, which is a problem sometimes if you don't have a full understanding of how it works. But if it works, it works.
Yeah.
And if it says that it's pretty secure, like I'll have spawn new agents be like, you see any security issues here, any fundamental stability issues here, and it has, and that's why it's kind of come to this, where I have basically 2 extra backups,
right,
fallbacks, in case one system breaks.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and all the data too is constantly being backed up to Google, Google Drive.
Okay.
So if for some odd reason everything was deleted on accident, like the entire database was deleted, there's a backup on Google Drive that's like done every night or every week. I can't remember
That's awesome.
how long.
Yeah. So you still have access to all your stuff no matter what?
Everything is going to be there in the cloud still. Yeah.
And those backups, they don't take very much space, do they?
No, not at all. Yeah. Surprisingly little. Like we're talking like just megabytes.
Right.
Not even a gigabyte.
Yeah.
Of everything that I have running is just, it's megabytes.
How wild.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sending people video files. I'm like, here's your 2 gigabytes of video.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Media is hard to,
especially with how much memory has gone up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep. You got to get going soon, so we're gonna cut this short. I hope you guys visit our website, investorshed.com, and join us.
Yeah. Also, if you join, let us know what features you want. Let us know what kind of optimization you'd like in the future. If there's anything that's not working or anything that just feels clunky, let us know.
Yeah, because it's as easy as you email me that, or just put it in the community chats or something. I can pretty much just copy and paste that into my CLI, and it will just make the fix.
Yeah, if there's a feature you want, definitely let us know, and we'll see what we can do. And I say us, I mean Nick, and I mean Nick, I mean his agents.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a nice day, and listen to that outro song.
Bye.
Yeah. This is the Investor Shed. We out the door. Nick Beveridge, Jeremy Kitchen. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you listening every week, every play. You keep the lights on when you like and subscribe today. We talk real estate and we build for more. And AI and business, yeah, that door stays open for. Love it or hate it, we still gon' say we're bringing that future to the shed right here today. Like and subscribe, keep the show alive. Like and subscribe, the Investor Shed survive. Nick Beveridge, Jeremy Kitchen, we appreciate you. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with something new.